Hey everyone, it's Patty. Today I wanted to share with you guys how I organize like our weekly preschool at home items or our taught school items. The stuff that we use regularly, not like the extra stuff, but the stuff that we use like pretty much every single day. And I am standing here in front of our entryway closet, which I shared in another video, which I'll link down below, which was like a toy organizing in small spaces. And the reason I'm standing in front of here is because I organize all of our taught school items in a cart, and then we store the cart inside the closet at the very front. So for the purposes of this video, I pulled out the cart so I could show you everything that's on it. So let's get started. These are the two things that I use to organize like our daily taught school things, the items that we use on a regular basis. This doesn't contain like our like extra resources. Like I have a lot of Melissa and Doug extra resources and toys that go with different themes. That doesn't have this. Or our paints I keep like in another container, or construction paper. This is more like the things I reach for every single day, and how I organize like our themes and stuff like that. So the cart is from IKEA, and I don't remember the name of it, but I will link it down below. And then this galvanized bin is from Walmart. I will link that down below as well. And the cart I keep in this entryway closet here. And then the bin I keep on a bookshelf, which the bookshelf I showed in another video, which I mentioned earlier. It's like organizing small spaces video, and I just slide the bin on that bookshelf. So let me go ahead and show you what I keep on the cart. We reach for like pipe cleaners, the puff things, and like the pom-pom balls, and then the googly eyes regularly. So I just have a small amount in these jars, and then I keep a crate with the rest of them, but this is like enough for us, like for the weekly. And then I would also like to mention this bin I picked up from TJ Maxx, and then it has the divided 3 and then another slot in the back, which the slot in the back I keep some of our divided trays here, and then these I probably use daily. And these I referred to these trays in another video, the preschool at home resources videos, like my recommendations, which I'll leave that video link down below, and I leave some links to some divider trays in that video. I also use this paper cutter daily for the different activities that we use. I have a few of the wipe and clean learning resource pouches. I just keep one in the cart, and then if I need more I just reach for them in the closet. And then this I keep in here. This is a cork board, which is used for one of the activities with the curriculum that I follow. So I keep that in the cart because we use it on a regular basis. We also use a pocket chart on a regular basis, so I keep that in there. This I picked up from both this pocket chart and the cork board I grabbed from the Target dollar spot. And then my mom gave me this paper cutter, but I'm pretty sure she got it from Michael's. And then the other thing I keep in here is like felt calendar, the felt apple calendar, and this was also from the Target dollar spot. And we do the calendar anytime we do preschool at home. So I like this. It's not super good quality in my opinion, but I like it just because I can fold everything up. I actually have the Melissa and Doug. My daughter was gifted the Melissa and Doug magnetic calendar, which I'm really excited about, but I feel like she's still a little young for that one. Where this one, if something happens to it, it's not as big of a deal. So I'm using this one until she's like really understands calendar time, and then once she does, I'll pull out the nicer one. So I just keep that back here on the cart. And then the other thing I keep in here is this fingerprints activities, and I also keep it here for the stamp pad. I don't necessarily use the book every week, but I like how little the stamp pad is, and we have other ones, but this one's just easy to access. If I like forget to pull out the things for the day, it's easy for me to get to this. And then the last thing I keep on the top here is just like a little chalkboard. Then, so that's the top, and then I put like a little command hook here, and I have some crayons there for her, some like jumbo toddler crayons. Next, we are here on the, second shelf, and I have just like crayons, dry erase crayons, which, by the way, if you've never used dry erase crayons, these are really good. I really like them. And it brings like an eraser cloth thing. And then I have regular crayons and just different types of coloring utensils. I also have these bowls in the back, which I use regularly for different activities. And then that's it. And then in the basket I got from Aldi, and this one I got from the Target dollar spot. And in here I keep Velcro. These are two. This is Velcro from the dollar store, and then some other Velcro. I keep these in here just because with the curriculum I follow, I need these to cut out tons of activities. So to me, it's just easier to keep all of that in here. I keep tape in here, my hot glue gun, and then this hole punch I also need to use for a lot of the activities, so I just keep it in here. I think that's it for in here. Yeah, and just tape. So these are like more things that I need to prepare, but it's very easy for me to access here. And then on the bottom shelf, this is where I keep like the actual theme things for that week. So on this side, I just stack all of the papers and all of the printables and any like paper resources that I find. So at the bottom, I put like pretty much any of the papers that I find. And I've mentioned this in every preschool at home video that I've done. The curriculum that I use that pretty much bases like any ideas that I get is called Simply Learning Kids. I'll link it down below. I think it's wonderful. Everything is free. And it's just a great resource. So pretty much I printed everything, and I laminated some stuff and cut out some stuff, and then the smaller pieces I just put in Ziploc bags, and then I pile everything here. And then what I do is each night I pull out the things I'm gonna put out for the day, like for the next day, and I put it out and set everything up like the night before. But everything for like the 2 weeks, the themes for the 2 weeks are in a pile here. Then I don't use these for every theme, but I use them for a lot. So if I have one of these safari tubes, I go ahead and put that on top. And then on this side, I pull out like any themed books that I have for like those 2 weeks. So this is the main book that we're using for these next 2 weeks. So it's called Little Blue Truck. And then I pulled out any other books that I have that I know are going to go with some of the activities. Now, to be honest with you, I come up with things like I'll be doing an activity and then I'll remember, oh, I have this book, and I'll run to our books and grab it. So I don't pull out all of them, but I knew I was going to refer to these 2 books several times throughout the week, so I went ahead and pulled these out and put them here. I also, if I have the space, I don't always have the space on here, but I try to, if I do, pull out any toys that go along with our theme. So for example, if I have like a Melissa and Doug toy that goes with it, or a puzzle, or a lacing card, or any of those things, I try to pull out, or sequencing activities, whatever it is, I try to pull out and put here. That way it saves me time throughout the week. I have found that if I do not prepare and do not do this in advance, I'm so like frazzled and unorganized, and it just doesn't go smoothly. So we use this week, and then I also pulled out this activity, which are both farm related, which is our theme for this week. So that's everything again that I keep on this card. And then let me show you the other cart. Now I started doing this, I've had the cart, I've been doing the cart for a while, and that has worked really well, and I've had this system in place. Now this I just added recently because the blogger that I follow, the curriculum that I follow, she recently changed it, and she added more books to the curriculum, and now it's like set activities each week. So I found myself grabbing these resources a lot, so I wanted to go ahead and create a bin for these items just so they could be corralled together. So let me go ahead and show you what it is. These are over here on this side. I just have like I didn't have enough space for all of them, but I have like one of the Target Dollar Spot like magazine book holders, and in here I have some workbooks that the curriculum I follow, she's planning on using these regularly. So I'm going to be starting this curriculum in the fall, in about 2 weeks. So I just found that as I have been working with my daughter over the summer, I've been using this stuff a lot, and I just feel like this will be so helpful. So let me show you the workbooks that I'm going to be using. B is for Breakdancing Bear. We have Preschool, big workbook Preschool. And then what I'm planning on doing, she recommended this on her blog, is I'm going to have the pages cut and just bound. That way it's easier to work with. And then these she's going to be using Nature Anatomy. And then this one I've already been using, Farm Anatomy. It's really good. It's just a little overwhelming, but I love it. It's really great. And then I refer to these a lot, the 1, 2, 3 Count With Me, and A is for Apple. I've used the A is for Apple a ton. And then these are not recommended by her. I just use them quite a bit, and that's the Early Learning Activity. And I use these for whatever letter we're doing. I use this also. I have a few storybook Bibles, but I have found for my daughter's age right now, this is the one that I've been enjoying the most, so I'm using this one right now. And then I have 2 others that I use if I don't, if I can't find what I'm looking for in this one. And then I'm also using this, Everything a Child Should Know About God, and I pick one of these pages to go with, and we go over one of the pages for 2 weeks. And then the last book, just on the side here, is the Alpha Block. So these are the books we refer to regularly. Then all of this stuff is letter manipulatives, letter resources, and every 2 weeks we have a letter. So for example, for the Little Blue Truck, the letter is T. So what I do is I pull out all the things in here that I have that are related to the letter T. So for me, it's just easier to have everything grouped together and everything in one spot. So I have a magnetic board right here. Then I have, this is by Leapfrog, and it's you like plug in the letter and it like sings a song and says the sound and all that stuff. Then I have these magnetic letters that I had grabbed from the Target Dollar Spot. And then I also have the numbers and shapes one. I really like how big these are. I love these. I think these were great. If you can still find them at your dollar spot, I highly recommend them. I also have a big plastic case full of magnetic letters. It just doesn't fit, and I don't use it as much. I like these better, actually. So that I just keep in the closet, and if I need it, it's very easy for me to grab. I use these regularly, these stamps. I love these also. And then I have the uppercase and then the lowercase of these. And then I have some of these. I have a bunch of these in a case, but if I need to grab some quick, I just have a smaller package of them. And then I have these, which are like the beaded letters. And then I have this I just got, and I recently used it, and I love it. It's the letter construction. So, and this is awesome. And pretty much the kids can like build the letter out of the pieces that it brings. So that's really neat. So we use a lot of these letter activities regularly. So, or not letter activities. We use these letter resources for letter activities. So those are great. So I hope you found this video helpful. Like I said, I still have other resources that I use, but this is the stuff we use on a regular basis for our themes and for the curriculum that I follow. If you have any specific questions, or if you have a question about something I use, or if there's a specific video you'd like to see about Preschool at Home, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you think. I just have a lot of stuff that I use for my daughter and now my son as he's getting older, and we don't have tons of space, so you do gotta kind of get creative when it comes to storing all this stuff. So I hope you found it helpful, and if you did, let me know. Thanks, bye.